So, the TikTok influencer Dylan Mulvaney, known for his 365 days of girlhood, has now received a wave of sponsorships from Nike, Olay, Tampax, Bud Light. It's a complete joke and it's a complete disgrace to women. Darren, what do you think about this?
Well, do you know what? I would laugh because it actually seems quite funny in sort of retrospect, because you look at him posing with a Tampax and you think, well, where's he going to shove that? And then you think, well, God, the mind boggles. And it would be funny in that sense, right? This is a man parodying a woman who thinks that buying expensive clothes and wearing jewelry and painting your fingernails and putting on some makeup and wearing a wig, all of these things make you a woman. Well, actually, no, it doesn't. Women are our mothers, women are our sisters, they're our nieces, and they are important to society. They are important to us as men and all the rest of it. And I find it quite troubling that, and it strikes me, Jess, I think to get to the heart of what's happened here, I think it's clear that this person, so Dylan Mulvaney started off as a gay musical lover, essentially, that clearly wasn't getting enough attention, started to scroll through a TikTok account and see all of these trans trends kick off. Because this stuff, the whole non binary, whatever you want to call it, movement, is exploding across this platform in a way in which I find really quite troubling. So this person clearly viewed this and thought, this is a trend that I can really take off on. And it worked. It has been phenomenal success for this mediocre person to actually gain notoriety. And Dylan, who is now a 26-year-old man, equates, becoming a woman with, frankly, a whole host of really quite sexist stereotypical tropes of what it means to be a woman, being a bimbo, for example. Well, actually, I look at my own mother, and I don't think she's a bimbo, and I'm pretty certain my mother could give Dylan Mulvaney a go in the whole advertising what it means to be a woman stakes. And it's just this whole the transition into girlhood trend. Dylan Mulvaney says things like day 100x of being a girl, and you think, well, no, actually, that's not how this works, right? Biology matters, facts matter, truth matters, immutable facts matter. And when women actually speak up about this, Jess, and say, well, I don't like the fact that, Bud Light or Olay or Tampax are advertising products meant for me using this man. How can this man know what it's like to be an athlete, in the case of Nike, an athlete who may well, of course, menstruate, Jess? How would Dylan Mulvaney know what it's like to be a top athlete who has a period, who needs to wear sportswear to accommodate that? How could Nike and Dylan Mulvaney explain to a woman who is going through the menopause how they are coming up with the latest technology and sportswear and breathable tech to help cope with the side effects of going through menopause, which for a lot of women is actually incredibly difficult. It's not a nice experience. Dylan Mulvaney will never experience in that. Childbirth. How would Dylan Mulvaney know what it's like to work out as a woman who is carrying a child into this world? But if you say all of this, Jess, as you well know, you receive a torrent of abuse. Like the US swimmer, who I believe is called Riley Gaines, who spoke up against competing against a trans rival, Leah Thomas, who's built like a shit brick house, if I can swear, and managed to win this swimming competition. By the way, didn't win swimming competitions when competing as a man. Funny that, eh? And if you speak out about all of these things, like Riley did in America, you receive a torrent of hate. You potentially receive violence. You receive people telling you that you will lose your livelihood, your job. And the world has gone totally mad, Jess. This is companies seeking a slice of the action and getting in on, especially in Britain, for example, in hoping to get on the likes of Stonewall's Equality Index. But it works in the US as well. It's the diversity and inclusion movement, which I think is a complete affront to women who, like I say, women are real. Women are our mothers, our sisters. Women deserve to see their rights respected and deserve, frankly, not to have the piss taken out of them. I've sworn twice on this podcast now, so you can tell how passionately I feel about this issue, I hope. But yeah, it infuriates me, Jess. I just don't know how we got here. Have you got what it takes to be a reasoned presenter? Well, send us a short clip of yourself to join@reasoned.uk and we might be seeing you on this very channel very soon indeed.